Hello and welcome to my channel, From Fertility to Delivery. Today I wanted to talk about opposite theory. This theory states that whatever you have a belief about, there is a possibility that the exact opposite is the real truth, the real deep fundamental truth. So let's take a look at some examples. Let's take lip gloss, for instance, and moisturizers in general. We are told to use moisturizers. They help keep your skin moisturized, this, that, and the other. Have you ever used a lip balm, chapstick, lip gloss for an extended period of time? Let's say, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then when you don't use it, your lips are that much drier. They get to a point where they're much more chapped. It's because you're not allowing the body that creates its own moisture to lubricate your skin or your lips or whatever you're using these products on. So you don't actually need the moisturizer. And if you do, you use it sparingly, use it now and then. But to continuously rely on it, it will actually do the exact opposite of what it's supposed to be doing, which is moisturize you. Another thing to think about is sunscreen. The irony of sunscreen is that the minute sunscreen was introduced into the population, skin cancer skyrocketed. Don't believe me, do your research and look at the data and look at all the information that's actually out there. Now, when it comes to fertility and co-creating the spiritual fertility aspects that you have with your partner or with your significant other, we are told to focus on the body when we're going to create a family and procreate. And the actual opposite of that is also true. It's very important to focus on the intangible aspects, which is the spiritual side of fertility. Now, with that, there is a co-creation with everything. So all of those have equal parts, but it's not, you don't just focus on the body. You get involved with the spiritual aspects of bringing that soul who is still in the spirit world, bringing them earthside. Now let's look at the opposite theory of childbirth. Now, childbirth has a lot of opposite theory. One of the biggest ones is birthing on your back. Let me ask you a question. Do you do a number 2 on your back? No, and you never would, because it doesn't make sense, because it would be messy, number 1, and how would that work with gravity? We live on a gravitational planet, so you would never do a number 2 on your back. Why are we giving birth on our back? We're not utilizing gravity to help us bring and push that baby through in order to have a very healthy and consistent birth experience with less tearing. So my first birth, I was flat on my back, and in the second birth, I was on my hands and knees, and I didn't tear at all. So that's important. Those are the little things that I want you to think about when you think about opposite theory. Now, go ahead and think about some words that we use. Some of the words that are in the English language, like wanting, wishing, hoping, trying to conceive, that's another one. We use a lot of those words, and they're actually weak words. We are positioned and requested, and we kind of go into a communal collective idea that those words are accurate and that's something that we should be using, when in actuality they are weak words, and they actually put you in a state of wanting, or a state of trying, or a state of wishing, or a state of hoping. And you don't want to get stuck in those states, because you want to actually obtain your desire and your goal. So you don't want to get stuck on the hamster wheel. So using those words, it's opposite theory. It doesn't work for you. And as you can see on the thumbnail that I put for this video, there are words that when you spell them backwards, they're not really good words. The word live, L-I-V-E, backwards, it's evil. The word lived, with a D at the end, backwards, it's devil. That is not by chance. I know I'm playing with words here and I'm showing what you can do backwards and forwards, but there are a lot of things in the English language that when you turn them around and you spell them backwards, it's actually kind of gross. So, that's just a visual way to see and understand opposite theory. But I want to give you some homework. Think about some things in your life that you thought at the beginning, this is the way I'm supposed to do something. And then you had a revelation and you realized that the exact opposite is true. Thank you for coming to my channel, for visiting me and sharing some time with me, taking your time out of your day to listen to some of my videos. I have a training for hypnobirthing, blissborn hypnobirthing. It's a virtual course that I have on my website, and it's also interactive. I spend some time with you on the phone to get through certain aspects of the class. So that is something that I already have on my website, From Fertility to Delivery. And I'm also 2/3, or actually 1/3, through my spiritual fertility course. I already created a video for class 1, and I'm working on the rest of the videos. It'll be 5 classes. So I'm working on that to post that up to help all of you that are having some issues with fertility, or you have a lot of fear around childbirth, to clear those fears, those blocks, and get everyone to the next level. So my website is www.fromfertilitytodelivery.com, and I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and on YouTube. Thank you for being here. If you feel called to support the channel, I do have a Buy Me a Coffee account, and I really appreciate you being here and spending this time with me. Have a great day. Many blessings.